Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we were out on Lake Wateree. Now, obviously it's one of the bigger lakes in the state, so you don't necessarily need me to tell you about its existence. You probably already are aware that it exists. This is my first time ever being out here. We put in at the Taylor Creek access and gonna try to catch some fish. But right now we're burning some daylight, so let's go get them. Nice fish. Heck yeah. Yeah. First fish out here on Lake Wateree. Caught him on the, well, wait up for the tackle roundup section. That's a chunky little fish. We'll get this guy back in the water here. Heck yeah! All right, catching some chunky bass. He's nice and chunky. Look at him. That's nice. Good times. And now it's time for tackle roundup. What I've caught that fish on was, ow, I just stabbed myself in the groin. Oh, ow. Well, we know that the hooks are working very good on this lure. This little guy, it is a black Whopper Plopper, top water bait, plopping it along the top of the water here. If you go back a couple episodes, I'll put a link up here at the top. This is actually a lure that I found. I was doing I can't remember exactly what the context was, but I was fishing, saw something in a tree, and pulled this thing out of the tree. So I have caught a couple fish on this found lure Whopper Plopper. Well, trust me, it works. So that's what we're using today. Needed something. I've never been out here on this lake before, so I wanted something I could cover a lot of water with. It seems the top water bite is working out all right. So let's go catch some more fish with it, and that concludes today's tackle roundup. Holy crap. Well. Well, that's the smallest one of the day, but having a good time out here on Lake Wateree. Let's get him back in the water here. Well, hey guys, you know, when you stumble upon something and you wonder, like, sometimes you go all day and you don't catch anything. Well, I've caught all three of my first three fish. I'll show you where. Right there at that, right off that dock, right there off that dock, and right here in the course of 10 minutes. We're on to something, baby. I guess I didn't have my GoPro on. Fourth fish of the day. You know how I just a minute ago told you, I was like, you know, I've caught 3 fish over the course of 15 minutes. Well, that video was shot right there by that birdhouse. This fish was caught right here off this stump. Not a monster, but son of a gun, man. I mean, we're catching them absolutely. We are catching these things like back to back. This is awesome. Well, hey guys, gonna wrap it up here on Lake Wateree. Dude, this place is awesome. I don't know why it's taking me so long to get down here. If you'd like to know more about the boat launch facilities, look down in the description box, and I'm gonna put the address and some additional information down there. While you're there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Remember, we update this channel every week with new fishing adventures, new fishing locations. Let me give you a couple little thoughts. This is like the Jerry Springer, the final thought section. I've realized being out here on Lake Wateree how incredibly spoiled I am. Hold on. How incredibly spoiled I am. Most of the other lakes that I go to, you know, I say they're lakes, but they're really like small ponds. They don't permit outboard traffic, and you really you get spoiled going to those types of places. And that's something to keep in mind. If you go to some of my other fishing locations, most of those are pretty remote and they're pretty quiet. This is a developed lake, and you got to take the good with the bad. The good being how awesome the fishing is. The bad being is it's a developed lake, which means you've got the annoyances that come with it. The boat traffic hasn't been terrible, but you know, it is something that you have to deal with. Here's where I get ridiculous. You know, white people problems. The entire time I've been out here, I guess Saturday morning is the day that everybody on Lake Wateree mows their lawn in unison. I have not been able to get away from people mowing their grass. I have had a leaf blower and or a lawnmower going off in my ear for 5 hours. And I'm a person that I use fishing to relax. You know, I like the quiet. I like the remoteness. And I can appreciate a well manicured lawn, but dude, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But again, stay tuned. Next week we're gonna go try some other place out. There are actually a lot of different boat launches on this lake. I'm gonna try some of those as well. Earlier in the video I talked about that the Whopper Plopper, and that's what I was using today, and I mentioned that it was a lure that I found on another video. So if you look, I'm going to put it right up here at the end of the video, and that's where that video where I found the Whopper Plopper, if you want to check that out too. But again, this is B.A.S.S Fishing. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next week, and y'all take care.